Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Age of Low Elo, the YouTube channel that provides you with nothing but the finest low elo Age of Empires 2 games. My name is Soren, I'm a low elo connoisseur from Germany, and I have the very special honor of casting this amazing matchup. Today we're looking at two champions in the upper low elo range, namely, in the red at 930 elo, Enchan playing as the Sicilians, who is using his water buffaloes to scout the map. Very nice. As well as in the gray at 904 elo, Spica-Arcturus playing as the Malay, also using his water buffaloes. Very, very nice. The Sicilians are an infantry and cavalry civilization. Their farm upgrades provide 125% additional food, and their soldiers receive 40% less bonus damage. Their unique unit is the Serjeant, which is an infantry unit with high armor and the ability to build and repair donjons. And then we have the Malay on the other hand. They are a naval civilization and they can advance to the next stage 66% faster, and their infantry armor upgrades are free. Their unique unit is the Karambit Warrior, a fast infantry unit that only takes half population space. Very nice. The map is called Mega Random, and in this case it's an open map surrounded by water. And guys, if you're new to the channel, please consider clicking on the subscribe button. Look at how many chickens there are. How many chickens is this? Here we have 10. This is like 20 chickens. Yeah, 20 chickens on each side. This is crazy. Is there also 20 chickens here? Okay, yeah. Oh. I believe that gray has fewer chickens than red. Bugged map, impossible to play. Alright, no problem. Let's see if they even think about milling those chicken. Oh, but look at this. Look at red. Look at red. 9 villagers busy on that straggler tree. He is desperate for wood right now because he doesn't have a mill. Oh, this is very unfortunate. Not what you want to see, but okay. He's now going for the water buffalo. Okay, 2 water buffaloes standing right next to one another. Okay, very nice. Okay, no problem. Another interesting Civ matchup. The Sicilians, they got strong knights thanks to their Hauberg unique tech. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Hauberg gives their knight line +1 melee as well as +2 pierce armor, but they don't get the paladin upgrade. In fact, they don't even get the hussar upgrade, which could really become a problem for them. The Sicilians also don't get ring archer armor, the final blacksmith armor upgrade for their ranged units. But then we have the Malay. The Malay have great archers. They get the Arbalister upgrade as well as all necessary blacksmith upgrades for their archers. Their infantry is quite good as well, since they get their infantry armor upgrades for free, but they don't get the champion upgrade. However, they do get the cheap and fast unique unit, the Karambit Warrior, which only costs 25 food and 15 gold. They don't really stand a chance against fully upgraded sergeants, but they would be a great addition to an archer play, if Grey goes for that. The stable units of the Malay are absolute trash, since they get neither the Hussar nor the Paladin upgrade, and they get neither chain barding armor nor plate barding armor, meaning their cav would miss crucial armor upgrades, and they also don't get bloodlines. However, the Malay can make elite battle elephants, but they are expensive, and that is a lot of villagers on 1 water buffalo. But okay, no problem. I like the houses here. They're kind of protecting the villagers a little bit, but okay. Anyway, let's see how this game goes. This is upper low elo range, so like 900 something elo, so this is barely low elo at this point. Here's Red's horse. It is not a scout, it is a horse. This is fine. Okay, I like how Gray has all his water buffaloes neatly just standing there awaiting their destiny. Pulling in one after another. Okay, very nice. Gray has a little bit much idle TC time, 33 seconds, but okay, no problem, no problem. He does have a mill. Only 2 villagers on those forage bushes. But this is a nice little eco setup he has down here. He is walling it a little bit. Yeah, this is actually fine. Don't grab your own villagers here, but okay, no problem. Very nice. Let's check out Red. Red is actually milling the chickens, which is fantastic, by the way. This is what you should do, especially when there's that many chickens on the map. So great start for both of them. At this elo, you almost expected 6 villagers on those forage bushes. Very nice. This is fantastic. He could use a few more villagers on wood, though. Only those 3 wood choppers. That is not enough. But both players are going up to feudal age at a very reasonable time. Very nice. He is building a donjon. Okay, alright, very nice. When you think about Sicilians, you always have to think about the donjon. A donjon costs 50 wood and 175 stone. Not to be confused with a crepost. A crepost is basically a mini castle. You saw that in the last video. A crepost is dangerous. It is essentially a mini castle. It costs 350 stone. A donjon is basically just a glorified tower that can produce sergeants and can also be built by sergeants. But it is nowhere nearly as strong as a crepost. And he is building a barracks. Okay, very nice. And he is making sergeants. Oh boy. He is making sergeants, and that horse is really snooping around Gray's base. Red definitely is planning something. He is probably going to donjon rush his opponent. He's gonna use these sergeants to donjon rush the enemy. He is getting horse collar, very nice. Gray does not have any eco upgrades just yet, and a house going up in the middle for red. Gray is also busy on those chickens, but he has not built a mill. This is not great, because you see these villagers, they have to walk such a long way back to the town center. This is not optimal. This is not what you want. Gray has more than enough wood to build a mill. And here goes Red building a donjon. He's not using the sergeants, he is using his villagers to build a donjon. Probably to put his villagers inside the donjon. And this is a problem for Gray. This is a real problem. And he has brought his sergeants forward. He has researched arson. And here you see, this is dangerous. This is a real problem for Gray. Gray is not having a good time. Oh, these... Gray, you need to pull back your villagers. This is not working. Gray has a few spearmen, but spearmen are not gonna help you against sergeants. And Gray is doing the right thing. He is building a lumber camp on the other side. But this, oh, by the way, here are his remaining 10 chickens. Yeah, I would definitely, at this point, you can't even mill them. And yeah, Gray is sending his spearmen against the sergeants, but they only tickle them. Yeah, this is not it. Gray is building a few houses in front of his town center to at least have a little bit of a wall against the sergeants, but this is not great. No, you need to lure the sergeants into the town center fire. But Red is paying attention. All right, yeah. Yeah, here you see the sergeant is taking 1 damage from the spearman. This is a real problem. And that lumber camp is going down. Gray has researched men-at-arms, which is a great play. Men-at-arms are actually great against sergeants. He is building, but Red is going for another dungeon, and if this dungeon goes up, then Gray has real problems. Yeah, Red is going for a watchtower, which is not bad. I mean, at least then he can build a lumber camp. It provides a little bit of protection, but these sergeants can take down a watchtower pretty quickly. A watchtower is not very strong, if it's just one watchtower at least. And this villager needs to run. This villager needs to run away from the dungeon. You can rush down a dungeon. A dungeon is not super strong if it's just one dungeon. And here, yeah, Red, this is not his first rodeo. Red is used to this strategy. He has put 5 villagers inside that dungeon. This is not beautiful. Okay, and the man-at-arms are actually working fantastic, but it's not enough. Gray doesn't have the numbers, and that's it. And of course, the dungeon fire is also helping. This is a very nice wall that Gray has here. Yeah, he is mining that stone. He desperately needs it, but this is horrible pathing. Yeah, but this dungeon is shooting down the villager. It's this is not beautiful. At least Gray has researched loom. Red also has loom. Yeah, and Red has now switched his villagers from this dungeon over to this dungeon. And this is a real problem because this dungeon can reach Gray's farm setup. This is a problem. Gray is panicking up a market and a blacksmith. He understands he needs to go up to Castle Age, which is true. Gray has done the right thing. He has put 5 villagers inside the watchtower, but it's just one watchtower. So the sergeants can just rush down the tower. Use your villager to lure the sergeants away. Red has actually clicked on the watchtower. So Red's sergeants are attacking the watchtower. They're not attacking the villagers. And now the watchtower can actually engage. That was a great play from Gray. That was very well done from Gray. And now Gray's villagers are attacking the sergeant. And they're doing a wonderful job at this. But Red is also microing his sergeant a little bit. You need all your villagers. You need all your villagers. Look at the KD. It's actually not as bad as you would think. And yeah, now, perfect. Very well played from Gray. Gray has lured the sergeant away from the watchtower. That is fantastic, but that doesn't solve this problem. There's still this dungeon. This dungeon can produce more sergeants. This is a real problem for Gray. Gray needs to make a side base. If you are being dungeon rushed, try to defend. If you're not able to defend, then go up to Castle Age like Gray is doing. Gray is actually gonna reach Castle Age quicker than his opponent. And go for a little side base. Yeah, this is not what I mean with a side base. You need to go a little bit further away because these sergeants are now looping around. They're now looking for, okay, what else is here? What else is here? And they're gonna find it. They're going to find it. Sergeants cost 55 food and 25 gold, so quite expensive, but not super expensive. It's still kind of affordable. And Gray is actually doing a great job at this. This is not really optimal. I mean, it works, but how can they still reach the mining camp? Yeah, this is not. I mean, he's in a panic. He needs to come up with something, but he has enough stone for a castle. He has enough stone for a castle, and what are these villagers up to? These villagers, if they're smart, they're going forward, harassing Red's economy now. Red is now going up to Castle, is now in Castle Age. Let's take a quick look at Red's eco. Market rates still fantastic. Red is housed, or soon going to be housed. He's making archers. Archers for Sicilians, not amazing. They don't get ring archer armor, the final blacksmith armor upgrade. But to support their sergeants, sure, why not? Okay, I would have preferred the... okay, no, this is fine. This is fine. At least it harasses red enough. And then make a little side base here. Make a little side base here or here. Then you are protected by your castle. Yeah, that castle is definitely going up. And that's going to be a problem for red. Gray is doing exactly what you should be doing. He's now bringing the action over to red. This is what you should be doing. Another dungeon here, harassing. This is just... Gray's base is under siege. It's not... and these archers are gonna find the miners. And yeah, this is gonna be the end for those miners. It is tragic. Being a villager in Gray's economy is not a great life. But here, this exactly, this is what you should be doing. This is what you should be doing. Gray desperately needs wood for a town center. Yes, he's making a lumber camp. This is great. This is exactly what you should be doing. And he's making Karambit Warriors. Yes, to harass red. This is fantastic. Karambit Warriors, amazing unit. Very fast, very cheap. Takes only half population space. A Karambit Warrior costs 25 food and 15 gold. Fantastic. Look at these bad boys. Yes. This is great. This is amazing. Just to harass red a little bit. And red is now panicking up a castle to protect his farm eco, and he really needs it. Because otherwise he needs this stone. He needs access to that stone. Yeah, and red's donjon is really paying off, but it also has 5 villagers constantly idle. 5 villagers constantly idle for red. Red 17 idle villagers, 18. Oh, geez. All right. And here come the Karambit Warriors. They are being attacked by the castle. Red does not have ballistics, but Karambit Warriors are very, very weak. They only have 30 HP. But they are amazing at harassing the enemy. Only 6 Karambit Warriors left, but that is enough to distract red. Red has 22 idle villagers. That is crazy. Here, these villagers are just standing there. Red is a little bit perplexed. He thought he had Gray. He thought, oh, the Donjon rush, it just worked so flawlessly. No problem. I got him. He is building a stable, okay? Stable. Yeah, sure. I mean, the Sicilians get strong knights if you get their unique tech, Holberg. But they don't get the Paladin upgrade. They don't even get the Hussar upgrade. So, not the perfect choice. Gray has a town center now. But he's not making villagers. Gray only has 18 villagers, but he does have 12 Karambit Warriors. Where are they? They are doing a great job harassing red, but that was some costly losses. The castle fire is working wonders. Gray has lost a lot of units there. He needs to be more careful. Harass the gold miners. Yes. Don't worry about the donjon. The donjon, you don't have to worry about the donjon. I would even argue you could rush down the donjon. And then steal this stone from red. Yes. Yeah, Gray is doing an amazing job harassing red. Red very distracted, also not making villagers. Both of them very high idle TC time. Red does not need to be scared of that donjon fire. If there are no villagers inside the donjon is basically just a watchtower. But that town center fire is taking down your Karambit Warriors quickly. Karambit Warriors are glass cannons. They don't have a lot of HP. They don't have a lot of protection. Grey has 17 Karambit Warriors. Very low on villagers, though. Grey has a lot more, but a lot of his eco is constantly idle. Red is getting ballistic. This is actually smart. And Red is checking out whether or not he can harass Grey somehow. This is great awareness. This is what you should be doing, but Grey is actually pretty protected. Grey should really be thinking about making another town center, because right now, yeah, Red is now building a second town center. If Red can extend his eco advantage, then Red will be in trouble. Red does not have the number. Sergeants are massively superior to Karambit Warriors, but Red doesn't have the numbers. Red also doesn't have any upgrades on his sergeants. That is a problem. Those sergeants are not gonna accomplish anything without the upgrades. Grey has some upgrades, but keep in mind, the Malay get infantry armor upgrades for free. So he did not actually research those armor upgrades. He just got them for free. But Red is doing an amazing job harassing, and he is making a siege workshop. Okay, this is fantastic. I would maybe consider making an archery range. Something in support of your Karambit Warriors, because if Red ever manages to get his numbers up, which I don't know what he's doing. He has why does he not have more villagers on farms? He only has 6 villagers on food right now. Despite having 10 farms, this is not great. Red way too much wood, and he's not even selling it. Grey is getting forging. This is great, making his Karambit Warriors a little bit stronger. And this is basically Grey's base now. Look at his former base. It is these 2 villagers still farming a little bit, but that's it. And at this point, I think Red should just take out these villages and steal Grey's stone and gold. But he's not doing that. There are so many resources. And Grey is actually still mining this gold. This is not great from Red that he didn't spot that. Oh, and this villager is... Okay, I think Red clicked on the town center. That is not great. Otherwise, the Donjon would shoot this villager. This is not great. And Red is going for another town center. He is going up to 4 town centers. Is he thinking about the unique tech? He is thinking about First Crusade. Up to 5 town centers spawn 5 sergeants each. That would actually be a great play. How much does it cost? It costs 400 food, 300 gold. Okay, Red needs to really get his eco in order, but I think he's doing so. Only has 6 villagers idle now. 5 of which are the units that he has here in this dungeon. Grey needs more town centers, but here come the rams. They are just battering rams. I would highly suggest getting the capped ram upgrade. But, okay. That town center is gonna go down quickly. And Grey has put Karambit Warriors in those rams. Yes, this is... Oh, that town center went down quickly. And go straight for the castle. Go straight for the castle. Red has nothing in defense. Red has nothing in defense. He has 3 sergeants and 2 archers. He was so busy getting the eco to get First Crusade, but I don't think he's ever going to get there. Is this castle gonna fall? If this castle falls, Red has a real problem. Red is doing the right thing. He is putting all of his villagers into the castle, but that's not going to do anything. He doesn't have murder holes. He doesn't have murder holes. You need to attack the rams. You need to attack the rams. Don't even... Why are you repairing? That's not gonna help you. You're just wasting stone at this point. Red does not know what to do. He is completely flabbergasted by Gray's attack. But the castle? Oh, but Red's sergeants are luring away the Karambits so that the castle can shoot them down. Okay, Red's castle is firing at the battering ram. This is not... I think the castle stays up. The castle... I think the castle stays up. Oh, but Gray is bringing more battering rams, again with Karambit Warriors inside. And Red is very low on stone. Gray, where are the rams? Okay, now they're coming. Okay. Don't attack houses or anything. Attack the castle. And yes, now Red is doing the right thing. He is using his villagers to attack the ram. But now Gray takes out his Karambit Warriors. And the Karambit Warriors are attacking the villagers. Yes. This is actually fantastic. Red's KD is still massively ahead, but Gray knows how to do this. And one ram is gonna take down the castle. And as soon as the castle falls, Red has a real problem, and the town bell has been rung. And Gray, you need to micro your Karambits. They go down quickly. But Red has no castle in defense. Does Red have anything in defense? He has no military at all. He has a monk. He has gotten a relic, which is great. Where's the monk? Okay, there he is. He is holding the relic. He is now bringing the relic home. Okay, this is fine. This is actually great awareness from Red. Bringing home that relic. He desperately needs the gold. He still hasn't gotten to research First Crusade. He does not have the resources. His ego is not doing great. And if he loses this Donjons, I don't even think he can he even make any more sergeants. He still has a barracks here. Okay. He does not really have any production buildings. He is counting on First Crusade coming in, because as soon as First Crusade comes in, he will receive 5 sergeants per town center. But is he gonna get the resources for First Crusade? He needs 400 food. He is still far away from that. And this town center is going down. And now... Well, how is he going to get... He can't even get First Crusade because he doesn't have a castle. What was a... Stupid me. Of course, he can't even... So he has nothing. At this point, he has nothing. He can't produce any units. He has no military. He has no stone. What's he gonna do now? Like, he is just delaying the inevitable. Okay, he is now he is mining stone. Okay, but by the time he has enough stone to build a castle, he will have lost everything. This is actually fantastic. Very well done from Gray, and Gray is just continuing producing Karambit Warriors. The Sicilian player is getting destroyed by Karambit Warriors and battering rams. Oh man, this is actually... Fantastic job from Gray, having the awareness to make a side base, to build a castle close to his enemy, to go for an attack of his own. Red's Donjon Rush was so amazing, it worked so great, but he was completely unsure what to do once Gray went for a counterattack. And the Ram is just continuing to attack. Yeah, take down the market. As soon as the market is down, then I don't even know what Red can do at this point. Red is making spearmen now. They're not even pikemen, they're spearmen. That's how desperate Red is at this point. He has this barracks and this barracks. That's his only military production. And 4 battering rams with Karambit Warriors inside. Oh, be careful, Gray. Be careful. The town center is very dangerous to your Karambit Warriors. But at this point, he has enough Karambit Warriors to just take down the town center. Just without a problem. Yeah, that town center is going down quickly. That town center. And the GG has been called. Very good on Red to call the GG. Red is being a great sport. Very nice. Well played from Gray. Both from Red and from Gray. Red's initial attack worked wonders. His Donjon Rush was very efficient, very effective. He did a great job, and Gray did what you should do. He left his starting base and he went forward. And he started harassing his opponent. This is a very well played from Gray. This is exactly what you do when you are being dungeon rushed. Keep in mind, donjons, they are not as dangerous as you might think. Donjons are not that strong. They are essentially glorified watchtowers that can also produce sergeants. Don't be too afraid of them. Krepos are different. Krepos are essentially mini castles. They cost 350 stone. They're different. A donjon is 50 wood, 175 stone. Don't worry too much about donjons. Very well played from Gray, but also great play from Red. He did a great job, at least in the beginning. He has made 20 sergeants, 5 archers, and 5 spearmen. And look at Gray. Gray has made 92 Karambit Warriors. This is amazing. This is amazing. And 10 battering rams and 4 men-at-arms. All right, let's check out the statistics. All right, KD ratio, here you go. Collected resources collected in the end. Gray was ahead in resources collected, despite Red having 529 gold. The main reason for that is because Red had so many villagers idle all the time. Let's check out the time. Time's actually very even, very equal. Both of them pretty fast. Red had 61 villagers max. Gray only 36. That is crazy. And now let's check the APM. Okay. Actually, pretty even. Gray is slightly higher, but only slightly here. 19 to 17. Yeah, but only slightly. Fantastic game. Very well played from both. Great job from Gray making this little side base. He won with just 1 town center. That is amazing. Oh, he actually did get a relic in the end. Okay, that I didn't even pay attention to that. Very well played. Great game. Guys, if you liked that game just as much as I did, please consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you in the next game. Bye.